Country Music Hall of Fame held their annual All for the Hall fundraiser on September 23, 2010, for the second consecutive year in Los Angeles, California. 2010 brought together a lineup that featured performances from Country Music Hall of Fame members Emmylou and Kris Kristofferson, R&B legend Lionel Richie, songwriter, guitarist Vince Gill, and country superstar Taylor Swift, who had a strong contingency of fans at the gala event. Those who donated for the event were treated to a one-of-a-kind night where few of the best songwriters in history could interact and share the stage with each other while they took turns swapping songs, telling stories, and performing together in a night filled with improvisation called a guitar pull. The guitar pull is a Nashville staple as it originated in the homes of Nashville songwriters who gathered to try out new compositions for their peers. Nashville's most storied guitar pulls were hosted by Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. Just before her performance at the 2010 All for the Hall guitar pull, Artisan News caught up with Taylor Swift to talk about how mind-blowing it was for her to get to perform with Emmylou, Kris Kristofferson, and Lionel Richie.
I am very excited about the guitar pull tonight. I'm of course very happy to be here for the Country Music Hall of Fame, but selfishly, I cannot wait to hear Emmylou talk about her songwriting, and Kris Kristofferson and Lionel Richie and Vince Gill. These are people who I've looked up to and idolized for their writing and just the craftsmanship and the heart that they put into their music. The fact that I'm going to get to be on stage with them is mind-blowing to me, so I'm very excited for all of it.
Lionel Richie also talked about being a part of All for the Hall guitar pull and why it's a rite of passage for him.
First of all, you know what, I've been fooling around with country. You know, when you're born and raised in Tuskegee, Alabama, and Nashville is right up the road, and of course when they asked me to be a part of this, I've been a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame for the last 20-something years, so this was just the rite of passage. I was so happy they told me to come. It's all for the hall, and I'm in the hall, so I love that.
Accredited by the American Association of Museums, the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum is operated by the Country Music Foundation, a nonprofit educational organization chartered by the state of Tennessee in 1964. All for the Hall LA is designed to produce substantial financial support for the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Its mission is to preserve and teach the evolving history of country music from its early traditional roots to its present-day manifestation as both a community-based music and a dominant pop cultural art form.
Well, I'm easy like Sunday morning now. I wanna be high